extended in the pantyhose.
Get over here and empty your pockets. I don't do that. You might press me. You do what I tell you to do. Get over here. He's gonna get this.
One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling.
Thicker the ply, thicker the bag. Meet them a bite, now lacing no beamer. I'm Brian O'Connor, I'm driving it fast. They were just hating cause they in the way, and the way I've been made it, the is mad. Man in that bag, cause I'm all in my bag. Well, I ain't holding around, just a little Merlin, out the cutie. Now I don't give a. Tell me why I would on the rose bar couch in my bag. Bands in my denim. In my denim, she was trying to for it out, she don't give a. She was in her bag, Fendi and some lane, asked for a burger, watch in the front seat of the fouled out J. We living so wild like Nas. When she was on vacation, we was on roll like tires. Where we gon' that? I'm in my bag like I'm in my bag, Mike. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing the check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing the check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Bigger the bag, bigger the beef, bigger the problem, bigger the be one of the all in the same. Broke at the end of the month, flow Joe, kill mo, run it up, keep clean. Never let them touch, fits like temper tantrums. Girl, come back that up, all in the club, and bring all your girlfriends. Girl hopping up about a Pearl 6, Louis speed bag glued to her wrist. She was getting paid, she ain't think a thing, but she was thinking slay. We blade thicker than a snicker bag. Talking about she don't come with no baggage. Y'all in her bag, I probably should.
I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing a check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing a check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Houston Texans. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Tokyo! Here we go. Fluini!
Five down. Stand up in.
Grade 15.
On first down, Wentz passes it out to Ajayi. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make this a second down. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now it's the Boise State alone. Jay Ajayi. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Here we go. 120! Black, come on. We got it. Hey, 74. Two jet.
On play action, it's Wentz. He's got his man. That's Wallace. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
For Tokyo! 5 down.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Rip.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Hang in there now. Tight right. That's it. Five down. Stand up in. Push on.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today, fan.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
Going right side here, and that's complete. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the 1st down there, help them relax a little bit.
They go play action here on 1st down. Steps away. Caught left side, Hopkins. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A gain of 39 that time. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket compared to Depot. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jordan Hicks coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Out of the gun, Watson. And that's off the mark, incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the 2nd drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Going a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back at them. They get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
Really good backhand.
Get some nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Now a play fake. Wentz going long here for Wallace. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Wentz will try again on 2nd down. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. The 4-time All-Pro, J.J. Watt. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Great. 46 down, man. 5-4. Hey, rip 5-2. Hot here.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. And that is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Let's take it inside his own 40. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. He's letting this one go for Fuller. That's going to be caught. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. From the gun, here's Watson. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Texans are in for 6. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Well, you have to punt on your 1st drive, and on the 1st play of the 2nd drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
82.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. He targets Jordan Matthews, and it's caught. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
A Philadelphia 1st down, Wentz finding Matthews.
Ram. On the ball.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
Wrap. Look, son.
On play action, Wentz. And he's got the veteran here. It's Mike Wallace. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Sunday. Great 15. Great 15.
Wynn's going to try and throw on third. And he hits his man, Matthews. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him try to come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Waiting.
Stand up in.
What's up?
Again, it's Wentz. That's into the hands of Wallace over the middle. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back.
Come on now.
Wentz
Come on
now
now. Let's go.
hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down.
Here we go. 180.
Stand up in.
Hold on.
Check 13.
Black. Come on.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 23 yards on the play.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Tight, guys, double tight. Alert.
Here we go. Waiting.
Bite three. Combo.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
Hang in there.
Under
Hang
4
in
to
there
play
now.
now. Clock running. 3rd down.
81. 82. Porky. 82. Porky.
Wentz now to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. DJ Reader. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. And Elliott puts this one through. And that'll bring him back within 4. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And now out comes Houston. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Richmond.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Richmond.
Check.
Richmond.
Hey, alert 3.
They'll start out on the ground as Lamar Miller. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Paul Warlow in to make the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half and some of these shorter.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Reset.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nigel Bradham in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Come back.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this.
Richmond.
3rd and long, it's Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
When a linebacker's able to sit at the 2nd level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
Here we go.
Now Wentz will keep it. They'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. Now Wentz signaling frantically, let's get to the line.
This drive started with 1st and goal.
And he's in. Blood Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz taking it in. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And now out comes Houston. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Play action for Miller. Now Watson rolling to his right. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. First and 15. Watson from the gun, he'll throw. Going deep for Hopkins. Sheds off the tackle. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Tiger, Tiger, Tiger.
Well, the pitch goes to middle, and he is going to lose yardage here. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The Texans on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Tiger, Tiger, Tiger.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
So that's... back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10.
There we go, back man. 120. Let's go.
So after the INT, here's Wells. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do. Oftentimes you say some guys have a knack for creating turnovers. He forced a fumble last week, forces another one.
And one of my good coaching buddies, Frank Delano, always told me, hey, Davis, creating turnovers is not as much about skill as it is about desire.
Oh, I thought it was going to be will, because will rhyme with skill.
Come on, man.
With desire. We'll go with desire.
What are you, the rhyme master now?
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Throwing again is Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, fighting off the defender. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down. The Texans on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the gun, Watson. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So they boot it through, and now we're all square after 2 quarters of play.
And what's that great term you taught me? They're level, right? They got back to level. Now they get to go back in the locker room, regroup, and start over in the second half.
So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be fielded at the 8. And up past the 35. A very good return, but a penalty down. That may negate all the good work. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back. That penalty will move them back.
Toss it to Miller. Shifts by him. And they'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll run it again with Miller. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson staying on his feet. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Bennett, he's the one to get it, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Out of the gun, Watson. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie.
Great.
Wentz now on 1st down. Burks over the middle. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
82. 81. 81.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Burks has it left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock the defense off balance, that'll drive the team towards a victory.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, Ford Tokyo!
Four down. You go tight. You got tight right there.
Wentz to throw again. Drops it off to Ajayi. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It'll be a gain of 4. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
On the ball.
Odd. 5 down. Stand up.
Here, 82. 81.
Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Texans defense stands tall. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here. Fourth down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. And he comes back with one complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Nigel Bradham brings him down. Well, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. Being chased out left. Stays on his feet. And he's taken down. Trying to do a little too much. Getting outside of the pocket. And it results in a sack. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And the pressure gets to him again. Timmy Jernigan. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So it's his 3rd field goal now in the ball game, and they've needed his leg. This last one gives him the lead.
It's been a back-and-forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Here's Wentz to throw. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Hey, 4 down. 82. Mike 20.
Working from the gun, Wentz. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fielded at the 33. Pushing his way through. It'll be a net of 39. 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where you're headed.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there. First down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for him.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Go.
False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman, certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. To throw is Wentz. And he rifles one incomplete.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Tight end right. 3 down.
Shotgun now for Wentz. That one caught by Gibson. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And the kick by Elliott is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And now out comes Houston. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
58, boys, 58, right.
Again, it's Miller. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Come back, come back!
3rd and long. It's Watson. Steps away to his left. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Sproles, the return. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Hey, Lou.
They'll start out on the ground with a jive. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Run. I'm going to hit you all day, baby. Sunday. Mike 20. What's your son?
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. He was looking for Matthews that time. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Now it's Watson dancing to his left. Going deep for Hopkins. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Play action for Miller. Now Watson rolling to his left. He's got his man on the crossing route. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A 1st down carry now for Miller. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Watson now on 2nd down. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Eagles have recovered.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Black, come on.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Zach Cunningham in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Now Wentz. Looking left side, he's got a man. That's Gibson. And they finally get him down as he takes it up to the 44. A big play there for Philly. And even 40 yards. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, boys, got 4 down. Here we go. 120. Run. Run.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this.
There we go, back. 120. Mike 20. 82. Down and man inside, down and man. Watch out. 82.
Now Wentz. And his throw here's incomplete. Kayvon Webster on the defensive side able to get a hand in. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
Here we go. 280. Watch the edge. 357.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. Freeman a 1st down and more. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Freeman. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. As they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. 2nd and goal, and the lone man in the backfield is Freeman.
There we go, back. 120. Mike 3.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. And now the Texans want to call another timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Third down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop.
Here we go. 180.
It's a sneak. It's Wentz. He needed 2. He only got 1 on the sneak, and that's going to lead us to a 4th and 1. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. And no movement for the field goal unit to break this tie. They're going to go for this thing. 4th and goal. Here we go.
Five down. Stand up there.
What's on?
Watch two.
On. On.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And Elliott puts this one through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock, so tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Practices all the time.
All the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. The big play to start them out has them at the 45 already. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Caught left side, Hopkins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. And they'll stop it with 4 seconds showing on the clock.
Key 26. Target.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. So from 2nd and 10, it'll now go to 2nd and 15. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't it? Yeah, you remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.
So for Philadelphia, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Texans, it's loss number 5 for them on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class. Look at them, how to make it in America. Real day one, ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2 jobs, it was hard for us. Me and sis made it out, now she proud of us. They didn't teach me how to rap in those private schools. Wasn't like my rich friends, had a lot to lose. Less money, less options, lot of rules. So when that first deal came, it was opportune. And shorty got potential, I scout that. She say she in love, but I doubt that. Maybe it's to the clout. I get love in the north, I get love in the south, yeah. Shorty claims she a feminist, and her feminine. Girl, you know that he average. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. No money, now I'm in the Benz truck with a new honey. They said I wouldn't make it, I'm like, you funny. Laughing at my haters like, you dummies. The night is young, girl, what can you do for me? 6 figures, 5 shows,